Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Scorpio, Happy New Year to you all, my darlings. Thank you for your patience and all of your warm wishes for me over Christmas and New Year. I've had a much needed break, and I am now back and looking forward to doing the first of your 2022 readings for you. I'm going to be using the first time my Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, which I ordered for myself over Christmas. And what I've done is I've split the deck into four different areas. I've done the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, and the last quarter. So we're going to be looking at what you're looking to manifest at this time, whether you consciously are aware of it or not. Then we're going to be looking at the first quarter, which are the challenges that you're facing at this time. The full moon then is about the kind of it's like the coming together, it's like the sort of the pinnacle of the situation, you know, how to handle it. And then we're going to be looking at the last quarter, which is the sort of conclusion, energy clearing, kind of just getting you ready for the next stage of whatever cycle that you're in at this time. If the reading resonates, my darling, it means that your soul is simply remembering what it already knows. I am just a messenger, and the messages I give are in perfect divine timing for you. If you resonate with this message, you are remembering everything that you already know. If it doesn't resonate, my darling, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. There'll always be a message out there for you at exactly the right time, as guided by spirit. Just before I start, I am looking forward to starting my live sessions again this Sunday. What day is it going to be? The 16th of January at 9 p.m. GMT. And I'm going to be very strict with myself, and I'm just going to do an hour of a short reading for those that are watching, and also taking as many questions as possible from you watching, the comments that you're leaving for me. So let's move ahead with your reading for January 2022, Scorpio, and see, first of all, with this beautiful new deck. It really is lovely. Look, it's that's the first card that I'm seeing here, the new moon in Leo, isn't it? Shine. And on the back, all of these cards have this wonderful different aspects of the moon there. So this is your, to see where you are with your wishes and your intentions at this time. Thank you for Scorpio, for those that most need to hear the message, Spirit. Thank you so much. And what I'm going to do as well is pull just some other cards for you. Now that's come through. You've got the new moon in Gemini. Think it through. So wherever you have been, my darling, there's been, I'm getting at almost like a sort of, you've achieved a great deal. You've come a long way, is the message from Spirit. You've come a long way. And where you are now is at this sort of pinnacle of this. And it's lovely to see that at the start of this new year, a new cycle, new year. Think it through. So don't rush forward with whatever you're looking to manifest. Don't charge ahead. Take slow, deliberate steps. Tread thoughtfully. And treading thoughtfully is to tread in a way that you are consciously looking at what it is you're looking to manifest, without drawing your attention to the negative thoughts that come into your mind about, well, what if this doesn't happen, and what if this doesn't happen? So think it through, and also take a look at this and say, is this something that you truly are looking to manifest in your life? And what is it that you are looking to manifest? Why do you want it? Is it a soul-based reason? Is it an ego-based reason? Is it something that's coming from the pain body? Think it through. You need to go deeper at this time to really ask yourself those questions. Because sometimes we look to manifest things and we're doing it almost out of an habitual response, that we maybe want somebody back into our life because we lost them. But why did you lose them? Because we don't lose people. They leave our lives. The universe kind of creates sometimes a separation of souls when the soul's gifts to each other have been completed, when the lessons have been completed in order for us to remember. So is it that you're wanting or wishing for somebody maybe to come back into your life, but have you taken from that experience the soul's gift, their soul's gift to you, which is to release things, to let go of inner trauma, inner hurts, conditioned fears, conditioned responses. Think it through. Is this truly what you wish for? So that may be just for some of you, but you're being asked to go deeper on this, because you have, this is temporary for you, as everything is fleeting, but it's almost like has been a period of your life, and it hasn't lasted for very long, where it seemed like everything was sort of thrown into darkness for you. And but this is a very short space and time in your life. And if you are looking with your higher self, what is it that you feel that your soul can see for you in the future? What is it that would make you truly happy? Is it a particular thing happening, or a particular person? Or is it the feeling that comes with feeling happy and feeling joyful because the right thing has happened, or the right person has come into your life? Sometimes we associate that happiness or that joy with a particular aspect, a particular thing happening. I'm sorry, I'm not being particularly clear at this time, but it's very interesting. I'm kind of getting that there's a little bit of a grasp on that. You may be thinking that only that one person or that one experience for you is going to make you happy. And the universe is saying, with your higher self, you know, the world is almost your oyster. And actually, what is it that your soul desires? So let's move forward with the reading and see now. And I'm just going to I'm going to actually use my lovely Spirit Song Tarot just to do a little bit more on this, think it through for you. Thank you, Spirit. You know, and when we are this new moon, this is about things unfolding for you. So you've got the Two of Feathers has come out for you here, and this is the Two of Swords. So this is a conflict within you at this time to maybe accept that where you are right now is where you should be, as opposed to where you think you wish to be, which I believe is something from the past, because you've ascended, you've come a long way, but you're not that person that you were anymore. And you have shifted and changed because of experiences that you've gone through. And the universe does close the door on things when you are not in that space anymore, when it's not right for you, when you're moving forward. So with the Two of Swords and this gecko, this is a time for you to prepare yourself to, in this new cycle, to make a conscious decision to choose a new direction. This is all your choice, my darling. It's all your choice. Everything is a choice. We can choose in any moment to redirect our thoughts, to redirect our focus, you know, at any given time. And sometimes we don't do that out of an habitual response to things. You know, when we've thought a certain way for a very long time, or when we've felt a certain way for a very long time, it can become normal. It can become every day. So the universe is asking you to think it through. Is this what you truly want? Because you're manifesting it. The universe always says yes. And if it is what you want, then the indecision that you're feeling at this time with this Two of Swords is holding you back. So remember, where attention goes, energy flows. So let's just see what else comes out for you. Thank you, Spirit. And in fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull the, where are we? The full moon. No, I'm going to pull the quarter moon. I'm so sorry. This is the first quarter moon. So this is sort of the obstacles that are put in our way. Now, obstacles, remember, are not really obstacles. They're the universe's way of giving us an opportunity to grow. So what is this opportunity to grow for you? How will you be challenged, or are being challenged at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Which card wants to come out? Let me just do that, because they're still a little bit, you know how when you get new cards and they sometimes stick together, and I just want to make sure. Thank you, Spirit. What have we got here? Speak your world into being. So everything is a reflection of yourself. Speak your world into being. This is coming down to this indecision about what it is that you're wishing to manifest in your life. your attention at the moment is in the wrong place. It is resting with fears. It is resting with indecision at this time. It's resting with self-doubt as well about whether you feel this really can happen or not. And as you speak, you see that it's amazing because our words are so incredibly powerful. You know, if you think about the word spells, well, spells are spellings are words. You know, our thoughts are incredibly powerful. Everything comes from original thought. Everything that surrounds you now comes from original thought. Words are even more powerful because we're projecting them out as energy. So speak your world into being. Say and act think and say in a way that is saying, this is already done. This is already taken care of. The universe has already responded with a yes. And I'm just going to sit in a space of utter trust and knowing that although it may not be quite when I wish for it to happen, it is when it's right. It is when it's divine timing. So speak your world into being with that utter trust and conviction. And when you're speaking your world into being, it's also doing it from a way of you're speaking from your soul. And one of the beautiful ways of doing that and asking our monkey brain to kind of step aside for a minute is to step into an absolute place of utter trust. And that's what I do when I do these readings. You say thank you for the right words. And then you don't let your ego get in the way of what is coming forth. So you just continue to speak and the words continue to come out. And as you speak them, you receive them and you feel them and you know. So when you speak your world into being, speak as if this has already happened, my darling, because it is only where you're needing to face your fears at the moment and say to them, they're like a cowardly lion, I'm getting, but you need to face your fears and say they're not real. It is something that only your mind is creating in your head. Your mind is creating scenarios and saying, well, what if? And I don't know if that happens and maybe that won't happen. But all that's doing is giving that attention and we're just energy. So draw your attention away from this. I come back to think it through carefully. Is this what you truly want? If it is what you truly want, speak your world into being and do it with like-minded souls. Do it with soul family. It's important that when you are looking to manifest, that you don't share with everybody, with all around you, because what happens is that your pure intention can get muddled up with the intentions of others. Not that they may be doing it consciously or maybe wishing to cause you harm or upset, but their doubts and their fears get caught up in that energy spiral that you're creating. And it could create the perfect storm. So it just means that things don't happen. So when you're speaking your world into being, do it in a way where the person that you're talking to as well is in exactly the same space as you, and you know who that is. Somebody that has only your purest, best intentions at heart, somebody who speaks their truth as well, somebody that listens to you, somebody that you can communicate with on a soul-to-soul basis, somebody who is soul family. That's somebody who, before you came to experience this lifetime, said, I'm going to be there with you at this particular time, to be your soul family, to be your soul tribe. So that's speak your world into being. So now let's have a look, my darlings. And let me just pull one card on that one as well. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. One card, please, for Scorpio. That one to come out. King of Cups. Look at that, harmony and integrity. So this is the little seahorse there. So this is asking you, and speaking your world into being, is you have gone through an extraordinary roller coaster of emotions. You've gone deep. Keep going deep. Spirit is saying, go deeper. Go deeper with this. Go deeper to that feeling behind the feeling behind the feeling. And sit in that space of stillness and trust that even if, because the universe is responding yes to you, but is this truly what you really know will make you happy? Or is this something that you have lost that you want to grasp onto? Because nothing is ours to keep, my darling. Everything is fleeting. And when we accept that events, experiences, people come in and out of our lives in perfect synchronicity and perfect timing, and actually the most important relationship is the one that we have with ourselves and the one we have with divine source energy, then we don't need to hold on to it or ask for it back. We are accepting that we are exactly where we're meant to be, and whatever it is that that person or event or experience or whatever this means for you brought into your life. Think about this. Think about, go deeper, think it through. What is it that that experience or that event or brought to your life? And I know I keep referring back to the past, but I really am feeling this with this message. This is for those Scorpios who are wanting to pull something back in from their past. And you have balanced yourself with this seahorse. I want to show this to you again. You have come to a place of being. This is the king. This is the king of cups, the king of shells, where you have really balanced yourself. You've done a huge amount of work on balancing your emotions, on understanding. And it takes a great deal of perseverance, and it's taken a great deal of inner work. And you are now in a place of harmony within yourself. It talks about the word integrity in this card. So, you know, everything that you do is integral for you, for your inner voice. Everything that you do with integrity. You do because it feels right to do. You're incredibly nurturing as this King of Cups. You have this essence to you, and you're very focused on looking forward. You see this seahorse is very pivoted on looking forward here, and you can see what lies ahead. It's like whether you're doing visualizations at this time or you can have visions and things, but you're seeing what's lying ahead. Remain focused, continue to remain focused on what it is that you're looking to achieve. Don't get caught up in those insecurities and those fears. Remember, one of the, what we think, say, and do now, we place in our future. Those are the tools of creation. But deeper than that, it is simply meaning that you're putting your trust in the universe and you're saying, this is what I want, and this is why I want it. And I'm just going to focus on those things. And I'm going to let the universe take care of all the details of how and when it's going to happen. I am simply going to bob up and down in this place at the moment, feeling balanced. And I know that I've still got more inner work to do because it's taking some effort to do that as the seahorse. So let's move forward. And so that's your challenge at the moment. Okay. Now we're going to look at the full moon, and this is kind of like the pinnacle of it. Okay, this is like the coming together of it all. Oops, shoot, it all flew out then. Thank you, Spirit. This is if this is to manifest. Okay, thank you. Sorry, that was too many cards that came out. I just want one card. Thank you, Spirit. It's a little more tricky. Thank you, Spirit. Doing this with a quarter of a deck each time than it is with a full deck. But I wanted to make sure that this was a really clear reading for you at the beginning of this year. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to probably use these cards on the live this week. Thank you for Scorpio. What is their full moon card? I know that one wanted to come out. There, it does want to come out. So very simple. Full moon and Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. You've heard me say this many, many, many times before. And there's two people in this card again. And you've also got the two people in this card as well. This is your challenge. Thank you, Spirit. It's about accepting all sides of yourself and all sides of other people as well. I feel very much that there are two people in this. And whether this is for you, somebody that you wish for back into your life, or somebody that is in your life and you're trying to manifest a change or a difference in the relationship, or whatever this is for you, my darlings, you'll know if this is resonating for you. Embrace the flow of life. Embrace where you are right now. The more you can release the expectation, impatience, frustration, wanting this to happen now, the more you can embrace and release and relax, the more you will receive. Embrace the flow of life. There is a reason why we have a flow of life. There is a reason why there are seasons. There is a reason why a winter time is time for rest. Spring is time for new growth. There is a time for summer with harvest, with the blossoming of everything, the coming to fulfillment. And then you've got the autumn, which is the time of the harvest. There is a reason for it all. Everything comes in waves, everything comes in cycles. And it is adapting to that and understanding and appreciating the flow of those cycles that allows you to embrace the flow of life. Let go, and let God. Go with the flow. If you find yourself with this situation, or whatever this is for you, if you find yourself, and I'm going to use the word, and I haven't used this before, meddling, but in a really nice way, but meddling. So if you find yourself kind of wanting to send that one more text, or wanting to pick up the phone, or wanting to check in, or wanting to see how something's evolving, wanting to speak to other people about it, catch yourself. Are you meddling? Are you interfering with what the universe is trying to do? Are you poking your head around the door going, hello, are we almost there yet? It's that kind of just catch yourself and step back out of it. That lovely analogy a friend of mine, told me about: the universe is the mummy in the kitchen cooking supper, cooking whatever, lunch or supper. And we are the child coming into the kitchen, feeling very hungry and wanting to help with supper because we want to eat now. And the mother smiles because she loves us and says, of course, darling, of course you can help, knowing that it's going to slow the whole process down. It might get a little bit messy as well, but she allows us to do it because she loves us. So, but actually, if we stayed out of the kitchen, things come in a lot faster because there's a beautiful rhythm. The omniverse arranged, all it is arranged in a metrical rhythm, and we don't understand that rhythm. And we're not meant to. We're not meant to understand anything other than what we're meant to understand now, in the here and now. So embrace that flow of life. If you don't know things right now, you're not meant to know them. That's great wisdom in understanding that you don't need to have all the answers. You have everything within you. And the yearning and the desire for the more means there is a lack of within. And Spirit is saying, think it through, go deeper. What is it that is causing that space or that feeling within you? Where is the disconnect with you and source energy? Sometimes that can be there as a constant flow. Other times it seems like a trickle. And again, there is a reason for it, because it is a moment in our lives where we're being asked to stop, going through an awakening, becoming enlightened is not always on and up and gathering. It's sometimes down. There's an amazing book called Falling Upwards. Sometimes many of us know, you have to get into the real depths of it all in order to rise up. And so just embrace the flow, embrace where you are now, embrace whatever change is happening for you, embrace opportunities, embrace possibilities, embrace the uncomfortable in us all. Keep saying thank you for where you are now, because that allows the flow of the universe. The universe will always bring it to you through the path of least resistance. So if you embrace the flow, you've got your arms open wide saying, I'm ready to receive. So let's now move on to, that was your full moon. So that is that sort of pinnacle. This is the sort of that turning point for you in this situation. And then we're going to look at the last quarter. So this is a sort of conclusion to it. Thank you. Oh, that flew out for you straight away. They're so funny because there I was moaning about the last lot of cards and they've just popped it out. So you've got the last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind. Beautiful colors here. These are the purples and the greens. This is your crown chakra and your heart chakra. There may be some unblocking that needs to be done with that. And I'm also seeing here various patterns in the sky too. It's almost like is it Aurora, the Northern Lights? Call in, and she is an angel. She's called Aurora. That's all I know. Just call her in to help you at this time, to clear your mind. You need this space at this time. You need the quietness of this time. Our minds can play so many tricks with this. They're like a naughty child sometimes. And I know I do talk about this a lot, but in order to clear your mind, it sounds quite hard to do when you overthink on everything. Give yourself a little break. You're obviously not going to suddenly, none of us can suddenly go bang and switch off entirely and be completely sort of out of our mind, but that's where you have to be, out of your mind. But it's all of those instances, and that's most moments where you can catch yourself when you say, oh my goodness, I'm overthinking that, I don't want to pay that any more attention. Bring yourself away from it. It's like retraining yourself to step out of your mind. And just on a daily basis, the kindest thing you can do for yourself at this time is to promise yourself that at least 10 minutes a day, if you can do it twice a day, if you can do it 3 times a day, just sit still for 10 minutes. It's all you have to do. You're not looking to meditate, or because we don't need to try and learn to meditate. It's already there within us. All you need to do is sit in the stillness. If you want to listen to something, to clear your mind, you have to step out of it and observe it. So come into that stillness that is observing you saying, I'm thinking this and I'm feeling that. Come back from yourself, observe yourself, and say, what is this trying to teach me? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, God, for the answers. What am I meant to be taking from this? I'm ready for the answers. And even if it isn't something you want to hear, respect your intuition, respect your knowing, respect your feelings, respect those random thoughts that come in. Because that is how the universe talks to you, comes through to you, through that highest thought and that clearest word, if you allow it to do so. But if you're focusing on your insecurities, you're focusing on self-doubt, you're focusing on things that could go wrong, you're not allowing that clear communication line between you and Spirit, you're not listening. It's like, la, 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 I'm not listening. And we all do it. But just come into that space of stillness. You see, she's just sitting there within her higher self. There are many things, darling, that you're not seeing at this time, things that you're kind of, it's like the grass. You see, the grass talks about abundance, it talks about necessity, it talks about growth, it talks about life force, it talks about things that are fun and lovely to do, pleasant times, relaxing times, and it's also under our feet. We don't really notice it. So what is it that is at this time? What have you manifested already into your life? What is it that you're causing and creating right now? What is it that you are grateful for now? One of those is yourself, darling. Everything that you have done, everything you have achieved. You're not who you were last week or last month or last year. You're constantly evolving. So eyes forward, not back, eyes forward. And if whatever it is from the past, for those that this is resonating with for the past, if that thing or that person's meant to be in your life, my darling, they will be. Whatever's intended for you will come for you, but it'll come at the right time for you and in the right energy space. Don't step backwards. You've gone too far for this. And let me just pull you a card now. For that last quarter. Did I not pull one for the full moon? I don't know if I did. Did I? I'm just talking to myself now. I might pull another one for the full moon. But let me just pull one for that last quarter moon for you. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Clear your mind. 3 of Acorns, foresight, exploration. It's time for you, as I said, to look forward. This is the giraffe. I want to show you both these cards. She's looking in her higher self. She's seeing into the distance. It's the same thing with the giraffe here, seeing into the distance. That's your foresight. That's your vision. That's you as the King of Cups, that seahorse, being a visionary. Knowing. You have a knowing about something. Trust in that knowing, but let go. Let go and go with the flow of life. It doesn't need to happen now. And if it needs to happen now, it's your mind causing that feeling of lack, of fear, of exasperation. Accept that the universe knows exactly when this should happen for you. Not you, with the best will in the world. And although we have that amazing best will in the world, our will is God's will. But if you think at your fingertips, you have this extraordinary universe working for you, give them a chance. Let the universe take care of this for you. Your soul already knows, can already, like the giraffe, see over all the obstacles, see far into the distance. How beautiful is that? You have this gift of higher perception. You've had a few cards now to see this. You can see what lies ahead. Be open to many different opportunities. Now, what's interesting is that Spirit is popping into my head is, and somebody will tell me in the comments, thank you very much, please do. There is a certain tree that the giraffe eats, and that tree emits some form of gas or something to warn the other trees in the area that it's feeding time. And so what happens is the other trees then emit the same vapor, the same gas, the same smell. And so the giraffes travel a very long way to get to their next group of trees or their next food source. So it's saying for me that this has been a long journey, and sometimes you feel that in between the things that you've been wanting to happen, there has been a long period of time for you. But that's okay, because this is the natural order of things. This is the natural cycle of things. I did want to pull that one card, thank you, Spirit, for the full moon in Gemini. Thank you. I'm sure I have done, but let me just, no, actually, sorry, that was the King of Cups. So, and then this is the 1, 2, I'm just missing one card. Last quarter, let's do the last quarter. Thank you, Spirit. Last quarter, thank you. Ace of Crystals. And on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ace of Swords. So this is the Ace of Pentacles, sorry, the Ace of Crystals, the Panda. There is change happening for you. And you know there's change. And that's why Spirit is saying, embrace this flow, embrace this change. There is, the Ace of Pentacles is divinely timed. It's a divinely timed gift. It's divinely timed opportunity or opportunities coming in for you. Remain in a place of being centered and grounding, watching everything evolve for you, everything happening for you. Everything is always happening for you. It's how you choose to receive it that is the gift. Have some patience. You have created for yourself, and I keep going back to that seahorse with balancing yourself. You're creating a much stronger foundation for yourself, a very different foundation for yourself than you've had before. And that's beautiful that you've got 2 aces at the beginning of this year, my darling. And the Panda, black and white, contrast, yin and yang, balance, back to that. For some of you, it may be travel as well with the Panda. And the Panda is also a vulnerable animal, is looked after a lot. You know, it's sort of that extinction thing. So this is something very rare. Thank you, Spirit. It's something very rare that's coming in for you, and it's valuable, it's precious, it needs looking after as well. And then you've got this Ace of Feathers, which is the Ace of Swords here. This is the goat, mental clarity and foundation again. You, as I said at the beginning of the reading, you have come a long way. The goat travels those mountain paths. The mountains represent the spiritual shifts and changes and enlightenment and awakening that you have been going through. And this goat is looking on and up, not behind, on and up. Keep going forward. Whatever's intended for you will find you, will come to you at the right time. You keep focusing on yourself. You keep focusing on treading thoughtfully, on speaking thoughtfully, on thinking thoughtfully, being careful what words you use, being careful who you speak to about things, keeping certain things to yourself, not sharing too much, keeping that energy clear, that communication line clear with Spirit. And, you know, this goat, they tend to travel, they're on a path and it's alone, it's a narrow path. So not just treading thoughtfully as well, but understanding there are times where you have to walk this path alone. You can't go with another person because then the path becomes unstable. So you're at this time of your life where you're doing this traversing or this journey at the moment. You have to do it slowly and carefully, but it's really important. But you're reaching new heights that you haven't been for. You're seeing things in a different way. This is clarity for you. This is that insight, and really Spirit is saying that is your key now. It's the key to your communication with yourself, with Spirit, with others. This is this Ace of Swords. It's a beautiful card for you. And there are, you know, just as the goat is sure-footed, There are guides, your guides around you at this time are guiding you in that beautiful way to make sure you're sure-footed at this time, so you can, as you rise and rise and rise up this mountain, you're expanding with more and more confidence. You know how sometimes we watch goats in amazement, how they kind of nimbly jump on what looks like a treacherous path, but they're able to do it. And so the more you go up this path, the more experience you're getting, the more in contact with yourself you're getting, the more you're at home with your surroundings and yourself as well. But just be open to that clarity. The difference between the two of swords and the one sword is really important. And it's simply asking you to be mindful of those thoughts that you know are taking you away from that place of peace, are taking you away from trust, from faith. It's about being fearless, having faith, more faith, my darling. So, and I'm just going to pull you. This was a lovely, this is the most beautiful deck. This is my, how can I show you? This is my Italian, it's a handmade deck that I have as a gift from a friend this Christmas. Thank you very much, my darling. And it's a lovely little deck to handle as well. I'm just going to pull for you one little card. There we go. So what have you got? The Strength card. And please excuse my very bad Italian, but La Forza, this is the Strength card. This is such a reminder for you about the commitment you're going to make for yourself this season, this year, whatever this may mean for you, to quieten your fears. Do you see how she's holding that lion's mouth to stop the roar, to quieten your insecurities, to trust in your higher self, to trust in your soul-to-soul connection with the universe? You are mind, body, and soul. And the soul will always guide you, will never get in the way, but it will always guide you. Listen to your soul, listen to your instinctive nature, listen to those sudden thoughts that come in for you, whatever messages that resonate with you, because that is your soul or another soul speaking to you. And that soul language is divine source wisdom. So make that commitment to yourself. You are so connected to source energy, but you are not wishing, you are not allowing yourself to believe. It's almost like a fantasy. You kind of feel like it's, no, that can't possibly be true. That can't possibly be true. But sweetie, it is true. And if you listen to your heart space and you almost tick yourself off and say, no, stop it, right, I'm going to go and do something else. I'm going to go and focus on something else. I'm going to go and sit in the stillness. That is the best thing that you can do for yourself at this time. So my darlings, one last card. Look at that. Rainbow blessings that popped out for you. Blessings are showering your life. Showering is the rain, is the washing away of things. The rainbow comes in after the cleansing. After the cleanse, you've gone through that. The rainbow has appeared. You've done so much change and releasing. Now relax. My 3 R's: release, relax, receive. Write it on a sticky note and put it on your bathroom mirror. Release, relax, receive. As you release, you come into a state of acceptance. You're relaxing in the moment. You're embracing where you are right now. And then you receive the blessings that are coming in. This is the start of this. You know, it's a message for you, my darling, that all will be well. And I'm just being guided there to see those flowers there, a bouquet of flowers. I don't know if that means anything for anybody, but it's gifts, isn't it? It's the gift of love as well. So what a beautiful, beautiful reading for you, Scorpio, to start off the new year. As I said, I'll be live this Sunday, the 16th at 9 p.m. GMT. And then I'm going to look to get all of these 12 readings done this week for the start of the new year. And then I'll be looking to do another reading for Scorpio before the end of January. Anyway, I'm back. I'm loving reading again. I did need this time away, but I am so grateful to all of you for your support and your love. And thank you so much, my darlings. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.